Welcome back, Outriders. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today, we have compiled a list of 10 things that you maybe not have known about Outriders, or consider them just general tips and tricks that'll help you push your game further, far more efficiently, so on and so forth. So, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on it, and of course, subscribe so you never miss any future build videos, tips and tricks, so on and so forth, covering Outriders. So, we're going to start with number 1 on the list. Both forms of melee in Outriders are considered an interrupt. So many abilities that you may have, skills that you can cast, some of them actually interrupt. Some obviously offer you a little bit more range than what a melee can do. So whether or not you're in full sprint and you slam the ground, or you're just standing still and punch an enemy or an elite like a captain, you can disrupt his ability, whatever he's casting at you, which is an amazing thing not a lot of people know about. Number 2. Legendary drops do in fact show up on the minimap as a golden 6-pointed star. I'll show you a little image as what you want to look for when you're doing this. Now, this is something that I've learned and recently picked up on. There's not really an audio cue, which I wish would honestly be in the game. But for now, in case you miss it, or like a marksman or somebody randomly off in the distance dies and kills and you just don't happen to see it drop, fortunately, you may be able to notice it by just watching the map. I no longer actually watch the loot pop out of the enemies that I kill. I keep my eye on that map when I'm farming. Number 3. The square icon on the right side of your mod will in fact show you whether or not you have extracted that for that item class. So it's going to be identified on the right side, again, as a square, a dark gray square with 4 dots in it. If you see that icon, it means you have extracted that mod before. Number 4, the red icons, generally you'll notice this on your armor mods, mean that you already have one of that type equipped and they are not stackable. So do not equip multiples. I don't even know if you can, but in case you do and you see that red, it means that's a no-no. But others with the same feature may exist as another name, like for example for the triple scrapnel build. You can have 2 different ones and mods that will give you scrapnels. They just are called different things, and those are stackable. Next up on the list, the yellow triangle will indicate that loot is new if you're looking at the top right corner of a new item, whether or not it's a gun or a piece of armor. That little yellow triangle is a sign that it's something that you have picked up that you haven't looked at since last time you were in your inventory. Number 6, one of the things you can do when you're looking at your inventory is if you hover over the dismantle marked icon down in the bottom right of your screen, it'll indicate the resources, shards, and mods you'll earn if you do choose to dismantle all of those. Number 7, the shard icon on an item will indicate what type of shards you will get on dismantling that item. You'll notice that on guns, like legendaries have 3 attributes right above the mod slot. One of them will have that little shard icon, the kind of diamond-like icon. And if you break that gun down, that is exactly the type of shards you will get from dismantling them. Number 8 is if you hold an ability button down, it can activate the auto-targeting feature. This can help some people when running certain skills like Thermal Bomb or the turret if you're the Technomancer. This does not work with all abilities. It just depends on which kinds you cast. So this is a great thing to know if you're trying to make sure that you really want to get that turret in the right location. You could possibly use something like this so that your aim is a little bit more on point. Also, number 9 on the list, if you press middle mouse down if you're on computer or right on the D-pad if you're using a controller, while aiming, it will swap shoulders. This isn't a permanent thing, so it's not like if you switch to right shoulder, you'll stay on right shoulder. This can only be changed while you are aiming down sight, so use it as you need. Not a huge one, but some people like to know about it. Last on the list, number 10, the H key on PC or the down on the D-pad for controller will activate an auto loot. So assuming, based on your rarity of what you have out there, pushing that button will in fact pull all the loot in the area to your inventory on the spot. I tend to use this for quest items like keys when I'm doing side quests. So if one happens to fall off in the distance and I sniped them, I can push this button and it'll save me a lot of time running down that hill to pick up that key or that item. So that is the list, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully this has helped you in some way. Some of these may have snuck by you. If any of these did, please leave a comment down below. Let me know which ones you didn't know. Is maybe a new one for you. Just let me know. And of course, if you have any other ones to add, please drop that down in the comment section as well, as we're all trying to help each other become better and learn little tricks and tips along the way. So thanks again for your time. Thanks for clicking on this video, and I'll catch you with another Outriders video tomorrow.